Not to take too much time on that, but how is your constituency doing?
It's doing pretty well. I mean, we have a lot of projects we started, and some of the projects we started before I won the elections. You know, I'm a development planner by profession, and so before I got elected, even as a parliamentary candidate for the NDC, I was able to identify the challenges confronting the constituency. I've been living in that constituency. Identify the challenges. So the moment I got elected, I started the work. You know, I had interactions with the Metro Education Director, who told me that the average pass mark within the Tamale Metro was 32.3%.
Wow.
And so when before I got elected, I started free extra classes for SHS students. But when I had interactions with him and he gave me the record, and it's been so for 10 years. So I felt that there was the urgent need for something to be done. I got some teachers, you know, within the constituency, and we had free extra classes for the BEC student for 6 months. And in fact, the novelty was that I didn't just leave them with the classes and mathematical sets for the exams. I provided the students with TNT for the 5 days they were engaged in the exams. And when they wrote the BEC last year, when the results came, the average pass mark rose from 32.3% to 50.9%.
Wow.
That was monumental. We had it again this year. And this year, then, in fact, last year it was 1,225. This year, when we had the class, it was 1,780 plus. And I provided each of the students with mathematical sets and also money for TNT. The information I'm getting is that the average pass mark is moving around 60+%. And for me...
So it's incremental?
There's a direct correlation. Mind you, I also have a scholarship for medical science students for Tamale Central. Last year, we paid the fees of 10 medical science students. And this year, we paid their fees. They're in second year. You know, when we paid last year, and then second year, we paid again, and we paid another fresh 10 medical science students. So currently, we are financing 100%, 20 medical science students within Tamale Central.
How are you doing that? From your common fund?
Not necessarily my common fund. I told you that I'm a development planner, so I do some savings. Last year, I knew how much I had to pay, so I knew that how much I was going to pay, and I had some interactions with some of the institutions. Unfortunately, this year the fees was just, you know, it increased.
Exorbitant.
Yes, exorbitant. But we were able to do that. What I did, and let me also state, I bought some foodstuffs last year. I kept them, and during the harvesting season, and by the time they were about planting, that's the time the prices go high, then I sold them. But I didn't buy foodstuff that people eat because it's un-Islamic. To buy things that people... I bought soybeans last year.
Okay.
So the soybeans is not a staple food. Islam says that you can't buy a staple food.
So you shouldn't hoard, basically.
You shouldn't hoard, yes. So what I did was soybeans. Then when we sold them, actually we had to add some money to be able to pay the second year fees and the fresh students. My objective is that by next year we should have 30 medical science students. Next 2 years, 40 medical science students. As the number increases, the pressure also exists.